Good morning, grade 9s. I'm back again as promised. Today we are writing our test. So please adhere to the following rules. So the instructions: email your answer sheet or whatever way you're going to answer. Please email it to me immediately after writing. My email address is mbatax@gmail.com. Our marks, total mark is 55, pass mark is 28. Submit before or at 12 exactly noon. Think before you type your answer. Remember to add your name in your answer sheet. Also, remember to put the name of the school you attend. So let's say you attend at Orlando High or wherever you're attending, please add in your answer sheet. So grade 9s, you can actually write in your answer sheet and then take a picture of it and then you attach it and email to me. It will be very, very, it will be easy for you. You can write in your answer sheet the answers only. You are writing answers only. Then you take my email address. That's where you're going to answer. You're going to email your thingy. Remember, the pass mark is 28 out of 55, and then you can submit, or at 12 o'clock noon. Once it says 12:01, I'm not going to mark your script. And remember to add your name in your answer sheet. So also remember to put the name of your school that you are attending at for stats purposes. I will obviously time you for instructions. Look at the instructions, take them down if you need to. Then I will be moving to our question 1, and then I will give you 10 minutes for question 1. We will also get 10 minutes for question 2, 10 minutes for question 3, 10 minutes for question 4. Then that's it. That's what you're going to do. So because I will be giving you 15 minutes extra from 11:45 to 12 o'clock, I want you to actually take your time. Take your time. It's everything that we've done this term, and I want to see if you are following. And I'm happy to see most of you who are always in class today to come and take your test. So we are left with 2 minutes for our instructions, and I'm hoping they are very, very clear. Let us look at question 1. Question 1. Give the correct scientific term. Give the correct scientific term. We're writing a test today. You are answering now. Give the correct scientific term. Pure substances made up of only one type of atom that cannot be split up into simpler substances. Right answers only. B.
Yeah. Why? Because I'll bring it back.
Pure substances formed by a chemical reaction between two.
What number?
Let us switch off our mics, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Pure substances formed by a chemical reaction between two or more different elements. A chemical process in which two or more substances react to form new substances. The common name for sodium chloride. Rapid chemical reaction with oxygen that produces heat and light. What do we call that? Remember, grade 9, you are only writing an answer only.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
So you're going too fast.
Sorry?
You're going too fast.
No, I'm still on question 1. I'm just reading up for you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm timing you. You only left with a minute for question 1 now.
Oh.
Yes. I can see everyone who's opening a book. I'm telling you, I can see everyone. I'm going to write copied on your script. Rowan, right. Right, I can see you, Rowan, right there, right. Let us move to section 2 of our question 1. Yeah, sir. So, F, you're still writing an answer only. It's continuation of question 1 here. It's compound formed when a metal reacts with oxygen. What do we call those? Slow chemical reaction of ion with oxygen in the air in the presence of water. What do we call that? Number between 0 and 14 that tells us how acidic or basic water-soluble substance is. I, chemical reaction in which an acid and a base react to produce a salt and water. What do we call that? A compound consisting of a metal and a hydroxide. You have 2 minutes. A compound formed when a metal reacts with oxygen. What do we call that? Slow chemical reaction of ion with oxygen in the air in the presence of water. We've got numbers between 0 and 14, and they tell us how acidic or basic water-soluble substance is. A chemical reaction in which an acid and a base react to produce salt and water. A compound consisting of a metal and a hydroxide. What do we call that? No need to write the entire question paper down. Remember, I took your email address tomorrow before 12 tomorrow. After I would have marked all your scripts, I will then send you your question paper, and then I will send you your scripts on Monday after we have done the corrections in class and you've received your marks. So relax, you are just writing your answers only today. You've got less than a minute to finish up question 1. We are moving to question 2 now. You are moving to question 2. We are moving to question 2. At least James and Bugs today, they are not doing up and down. They are writing. I'm very happy. I'm hoping they are understanding. You're writing answers only. Let us go to question 2, grade 9s. Question 2, I'm sorry, my slide moved. I don't know what happened, but everything that you need to see is there. 2.1. You've got a compound and a formula there, a compound formula. So you need to give a compound name and an element in a compound. So you're going to write, what do we call that? K2O, as in like the compound name. Then you write elements that make up that compound. You write compounds, the elements that make up those compounds. Let us write grade 9s. We've done this before. If you do not understand the question, you open your mic and then you ask, I'll answer you. If you do not understand the question, open the mic and ask, I will answer you. Even here, you still writing answers only. You're still writing answers only. We are on question 2 now. So you are given a compound formula. You need to write a compound name and the elements that are making the compound. That's why it's 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. And then the total for 2.1 is 10 marks. You have a minute. You have a minute. I am moving to 2.2. I hope everyone is done now. Question 2.2. Balance the following equations. Balance the following equations. If you feel the equation is balanced, you're going to write all of it and then write next to it balanced. But if it is not balanced, and then you need to balance it. Na plus Cl2 is NaCl. N2 plus H2 is NH3. PbOH2 plus HCl. PbCl2 plus H2O. P4 plus O2 is P2O3. Li2SO4, Li2SO4 plus H2. You just need to balance. Remember to calculate the elements or the molecules both sides to see if the equation is balancing. Can I move grade 9 Anyone who's done, raise up your hand. If you are done, raise up your hand. Thank you, Masatse. You see, most people are done. I'm giving you a minute and then we move on. You have a minute, grade 9s, to make sure you have balanced everything. Thank you. I see those hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, James. Let us go to question 3. Yoliswa, let's go to question 3. There is question 3. Write down the symbol equation and balance it for the following reactions. It's 10 marks. You're writing the symbol equation and then you balance it. Write down the symbol equation and balance it for the following reactions. Why are people leaving? Where are they going? Write down the symbol equation and balance it for the following reactions. Sodium burns in oxygen, potassium burns in oxygen, calcium burns in oxygen, zinc burns in oxygen, copper burns in oxygen. So you're going to write the symbol equation, then you balance it. Remember, whatever the reactants, you don't write an equal sign, but you write an arrow. Remember that one, grade 9s. Remember, you are allowed to ask a question. Remember, you are allowed to ask a question. If you don't ask a question, trust me, you are planning to fail. So you better ask a question and I answer you and you pass. And I know some of you are going back to school next week. Some of you will be going back that other week, but I promise you, you better be equipped for your second term work. If you're done, raise up your hand. Thank you, Rowan. Anyone else who's done? Yoliswa, raise the hand. Thank you, Yoli. Yes, I see people are raising up their hands. We are about to move on. Thank you. Yes, the number is increasing of the hands that are being raised. We've got a minute till we move to question 4. We've got a minute. No questions so far. That means everyone is understanding what is expected of them. Let us move to question 4. Acids and bases. Apply your knowledge of naming compounds to name the following substances. A, B, C, you've got H2SO4, HNO3, and CaCO3. You name them, so you just write A, write the name, then categorize the following substances as strong or weak acids and bases. So you will write A, is it a weak acid or a strong acid, or a weak base or a strong acid? You need to write that. Your milk, is milk a weak base or a strong base? Is milk a strong acid or a weak acid? You're gonna write that. So you cannot write strong or weak, you just write one. If milk is a strong acid, you write strong acid. If milk is a weak acid, you write weak acid. That's what you're going to write. Sorry, there's question 4. We're still on question 4. The last question is question 5. I hope you didn't see anything there. If you don't understand, please raise up your hand and ask a question. You've got a minute to go. You've got a minute to go. You've got a minute to go.
Sir,
Yes.
do you write the name of the what is this?
The substance. You're writing the name of the substance for A, B, and C, and then at A, B to E, the categorizing of the substances as strong or a weak acid. You can write A and then you write weak or strong acid. I will know what you're talking about. As long as you will write question 4 and then write A, B, C, D, E, I will know that, okay, this is the second part. The first part is that one. I am going to move to question 5. Write down balance symbol equation for the following reactions. Magnesium hydroxide react with nitric acid to give you magnesium nitrate plus water. Sodium carbonate reacts with nitric acid to give you sodium nitrate and to give you sodium nitrate, water, and carbon dioxide. Zinc reacts with sulfuric acid to give you zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So you write those reactions and you balance them. Write those reactions and balance them. Then the last part, you just need to write down equations for the following reactions. You're writing down weighed equations for the following reactions. Write weighed equations for the following reactions. If there's a question that you would like us to go back, you will just raise up your hand and tell me which question do do you want us to go back on so that you can finish it up? I know some of you are writing very slow, so you will say which question you want us to go back on, and then you finish it up. Question 5 is our last question. So if you are done and maybe you did not finish question 1, you can tell me, Mr. Mbata, please go back to question 1. I will go back to question 1. Any questions? Any questions, grade 9? If you are done, remember to raise your hand. Yes. Your volume is down. Please increase your volume. There we go.
Can you please go back to question 1?
Okay. We are going back to question 1, grade 9. Sihle, what are you saying?
Can you please go back to question 1? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, Sihle. I don't know what happened. Mr. Mbata did something wrong. I don't know. Okay. We are going back to question 1. This one or the next one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Thanks.
Awesome. So here you are giving the correct scientific term. What do we call a pure substance made up of only one type of atoms that cannot be split up into simple substances, or a pure substance formed by a chemical reaction between two or more different elements, a chemical process in which two or more substances react to form new substances. What do we call it? The common name for sodium chloride. Rapid chemical reaction with oxygen that produces heat and light. Let me disturb you a bit, grade 9s. If you are done writing, please email your answers, your answer sheet to mbatax@gmail.com. If you are done, remember that the test is out of 55 and a pass mark is 28. You need to submit or at 12 noon. Think before you type your answer or you write your answer. Remember to add your name in your answer sheet. Also remember to put the name of the school you attend. There is question 1. Our question 1 continues here. We went on to question 2, where you were supposed to write a compound name, elements in the compound. You write a compound name, elements in the compound, then we went on to question 2 again. 2.2, you were supposed to balance this equation. These equations, actually, it's not one, it's 5 of them. You were supposed to balance them. Any questions with the question paper, grade 9? You can ask now. Any question. From here, we moved on to writing down the simple equation and balance the following equations or reactions. We did this in class. We did this in class. Then we went on to question 4. We were doing acids and bases. And then we are also doing the application or categorizing of it, knowing the things in our household. Finally, we were here. So I'm asking if anyone has any questions regarding the test. Grade 9?
Sir, can you please go back to question 4?
Question 4. There we go. Anyone else? We are running out of time. Any questions? I have a question. Are you going to answer me? Cleopatra, what's your question? Is your hand up? I saw Rowan. Rowan, you're busy up and down. What's wrong with you? Any questions? I have a question. Anyone who's still writing? Anyone who's still writing? Oh, who told Rowan how to close the video now? Rowan's video is up. Yes, Unkabetsi, open your mic and talk to me. Unkabetsi?
No, sir, it was a mistake. Sir, it was
Okay.
a mistake. Sorry, sir.
No problem, Unkabetsi. Are you done writing?
No, sir, I'm still at question 4.
Okay, right. Question 5. There's question 5.
Sir,
Yes.
can you please go to the second part of question 2?
Second part of question 2.
Yes.
This is it.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Sikelo, are you done writing, my boy? You are up and down, up and down.
Sir,
Yes.
when we're writing our answers and we're typing them, how do we put the numbers as a subscript if we're typing it on our phones?
No, it's fine. I will see it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sure. Any questions? Where should I go for you to finish up? Which part you didn't finish? Are you all done writing? Are you all done writing grade 9s? Let us go to where you're sending your, where you should be sending your, what you call, you should email your answers there. If you are done writing, please submit. That was question 1. This was question 2. This was question 3. This was question 4. This was question 5. Okay, grade 9. That brings us to the end of our session today. I will be expecting those question papers. Pearl, are you there? Pearl?
Yes, I am.
I think we are done for the day. We took 41 minutes and I will